Hello, everyone. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I know it's late. I know it's almost the end of the conference, but I really appreciate that you stuck around and you're here. And I'm going to make this as simple as possible. I don't want to take much of your time, but I'm just going to give you a small brief of, where Huobi is, how we got here is going to be a part of it, and, where we are heading in the next future, because, that's something that everyone, at least associated with Huobi, wants to know. So, just going through a few of the things that I'm going to go into is, as I mentioned, how we got here. So we're going to talk about, how we got into the crypto space, what happened in the last few years, where we went, what happened, and what challenges we faced. So that I'm going to cover a bit of that as well, and what are the other things that we're doing at the moment, and what our plan is going to be for the years ahead, 2022 and post 2022. So just getting started with the basics of how Huobi itself got into the crypto space. So a lot of you might know that Huobi, was very early into the crypto space as an exchange. We started back in 2013. It was basically a Bitcoin buy and a sell exchange. That's all we had. But just 1 year down the road, we got to about $20 billion in trading volume cumulatively in just about a year, which is quite remarkable. And for us, we are really proud of that achievement. Moving forward, we've got so many different products that we've added. It's not just the Bitcoin buy and sell, but we've got a massive exchange on our hands. It's derivatives, it's spot, we've got fixed income products, we've got asset management, custody, you name it, and we almost have it. We're just growing on and on. We're going to be adding new products. We're going to be doing a lot more in the years to come. But a few key highlights of what we've accomplished over the years. So we have a 9-year history of never being compromised. So we've made sure that our risk management is at the forefront. We make sure that the client's fund security is something that really matters to us, and we want to make sure that's absolutely protected no matter what happens. Another thing is, as we are one of the biggest exchanges coming in the top 10, we have really high quality liquidity. If a client wants to come and trade on Huobi, they can do so and get the best prices possible, because we have a lot of supporters, a lot of people who are with us, partnering us, giving us liquidity, and making sure that we can offer the best prices from our end. And another thing that we have at the moment is that even though we have the best risk management resource that we have put in place, we just want to make sure that there is always something that we have for the a rainy day if something goes wrong. And to do so, we've always had about 20,000 bitcoins in our reserve fund. So in case something goes wrong, touch wood, it doesn't, but in case it goes wrong, we've made sure that our funds, our clients' funds, anyone who's associated with Huobi, anyone who's trusted Huobi, their funds are always going to be protected. So just moving on, I'm not just going to talk about the accomplishments of Huobi, but I'm also going to talk about some of the challenges we faced. And these are going to be correlated with some of the challenges that came up generally in the crypto space. A lot of exchanges had issues. We all know what happened, in the early phases of 2022. So I'm just going to touch up on, how we went through that phase, how we managed that particular phase. So first of all, we've had, that issue with the Chinese regulations that came in, that kicked in, and just to make sure that we abide by all rules possible, and we don't want to do anything that's not in the regulations. We ensure that we stopped offering our services to our Chinese clients, which at the moment, at that particular point in time, was one of our major clientele. But just again, regulations are something that's very important to us. So we made sure that we're not going to be offering anything that's not in the regulations. So after that, what we did, so we had to get back the market share that we had compromised because of these regulations. So what we did is we started looking at a global expansion plan where we started opening up to other markets that we weren't offering initially. We built a robust team that's global. We've had offices in multiple locations now. So we're able to service clients from 170 countries now. And this is all thanks to our offices in different countries where we have people from different nationalities who are actually supporting the clients, making sure that they have the best client experience. No matter what happens, they're going to have support 24/7, 365. It can be a holiday in one region, but we've had someone else from another region who's going to be covering any of the client queries. So we make sure that no matter what happens, the client queries are going to be sorted immediately. And another thing, as part of our global expansion is fiat. A lot of crypto companies are talking about fiat and how to integrate fiat with the traditional the crypto markets. How is it going to be easy for people to put in their own fiat money, buy crypto? So for us, that is again something that's very important to us. So we make sure that We are trying to add as many fiat channels as possible so that clients are able to trade with us very, very simply. They don't have any hindrances in the way. So that's something, again, that's extremely important to us. So moving on, as I mentioned, just a bit about licensing and regulations. So I'm just going to touch up a little more on that. So as of now, we have about 10 licensed entities in different countries offering different services. But the major ones that we have at the moment are Huobi Technologies in Hong Kong, which is not just regulated in Hong Kong, but is also listed on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange. And through this entity, we offer our OTC brokerage products. We offer lending and borrowing. We offer asset management. We offer custody, which is, we try to make sure that we have 100% cold wallet to make sure that funds are always protected. And this is, again, everything with the regulations that are set up by the Hong Kong regulators, and we make sure that we abide by all of them. We also have another one, which is BWL. That is something that just got regulated very recently in the British Virgin Islands. Again, for clients who want to trade on our exchange, which is the futures, the derivatives, and the spot exchange, then we can also offer them to use this entity to trade with us so that they have the confidence of trading with a regulated entity rather than many of the unregulated entities or any of the unregulated exchanges out there. So this comes with a few things that we had to compromise on. We're not able to give the maximum leverage that we can on the unregulated side. But again, it's going to be something that we want to do for the clients where they have a peace of mind when they trade with us without any issues from their end. A few other things that we have, we've got registrations in the US, we've got registrations in Canada. Dubai is opening up as a spot for crypto right now, so we're trying to create a presence in Dubai. So we've got a license to have a presence, have an office set up, have a team in Dubai that can service clients from there. And another thing is we're not going to stop pursuing more licenses, more regulations, just to make sure that we can do all that we can to make sure that we work within the framework of the law and we don't go out of the regulations no matter what happens. I'm going to start, talk about the 2022 challenges, as I mentioned earlier. That's something that everyone faced, everyone's talking about. So I also want to just talk about it and make sure that, we're not going to, talk only about the good things and not talk about the challenges we've had. So first of all, what we did, a lot of crypto companies, they had to go bankrupt because they were not able to cover for their losses. They had a lot of uncollateralized assets, uncollateralized lending that they gave out, so they were not able to recollect that. So a few things that we've done from our end is that we have a very robust risk management system. So we make sure that anything that comes, any product, any of the listings that we do, anything that we offer, has something that has, we have an entire team that looks into the background of it and make sure that absolutely no risk or the minimal of risk is involved in offering those particular products. Another thing that, something that we did is that we didn't offer uncollateralized loans. A lot of, companies that offered uncollateralized loans suffered during this particular 2022 issue. So that's something that we did. And then, of course, we didn't get that business where we had clients who wanted uncollateralized loans, but because of our risk management system, we made sure that, we stuck by it because, we wanted to protect the client's funds or anyone that's depositing with us. So yeah, we just, decided to go with it. Take the hit, not get that business, but at the same time not give up our stance on being absolutely top in risk management. We've been giving loans as well. So even though we're not giving uncollateralized loans, we are giving collateralized loans up to 5x, and that had no issues. People were able to repay. We were able to get back the money. Anyone that deposited with us was able to get the money back as well. So we didn't have any issues there. The insurance fund that we had, held up very well. So we made sure that, in case any liquidation happened or anything of that sort happened, we made sure that, we didn't go back to the clients and there were no clawbacks that were done because of, the rapid price drops in different assets. And the other thing, as I mentioned, the reserve fund that we had of 20,000 Bitcoins, that is still intact. There is nothing that's happened to that particular fund. We make sure that that's absolutely protected just because we want to make sure that we can cover for any losses for the clients in the future. Just moving on to a few key statistics, something that a lot of you all might already know, but just going to quickly run through them. So we have about 600 plus tokens that are listed on our spot exchange, which is quite a good number. We've had about 200 trading pairs on the futures and swaps. We offer both USDT swaps, we offer coin margin swaps, and also we offer fixed maturity futures as well. So we have quite a lot of options for our clients. Our cumulative volume was quite large. We had about $4.4 trillion worth of trading volume that was done on our exchange, both in spot and derivatives. And we have about 4.5 million active users that are using Huobi's platform and trading with us on a regular basis. Another thing is that we have a lot of institutional partners just to make sure that we can offer the best services to our retail clients, to institutional clients as well. So we partner up with as many institutional partners that we can. And at the moment, we have about 822 institutions that actually trade with us with absolute confidence because of our history of risk management and never really being compromised. Okay, finally, I'm just going to talk about, as I mentioned, what's going to be for us ahead, post 2022. I've spoken about how we got here, what we did, but just a little bit about what we're going to be doing post 2022. Licensing and regulations always going to be on the top. We want to make sure that we have as many licenses and regulations in different regions. We can offer our products to different clients across the globe. We don't want to have any client that has any restrictions because of regulations or licensing. So we're just trying to pursue actively, reach out to different agencies, different government entities, different regulators, just to make sure that we can get those licenses and we can offer our products to those particular clients. Innovative products is something that we always try to do. As I mentioned, we have a wide variety of products that we offer at the moment, but we're not going to stop with that. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep adding as many products as we can, and we have an entire team that's based on just creating new products that could give yields or give returns to clients, irrespective of the market scenario. Market can be up, can be down, but we want to make sure that Huobi has products that can offer on either of these scenarios, whatever it may be. Another thing that we've done is we've given a lot of importance to our API because we have a lot of institutional partners who trade with us using the API, not necessarily just on the platform. So that's something that we're going to be building on. So we have a new upgrade that's coming to our API, the version 3, that's going to make it even more seamless for institutions or any clients who are using the API to connect with Huobi and make sure that there's absolutely there's no lag in the orders, there's no slippage, and we just want to make sure that we can give them the best seamless experience. And finally, portfolio margin. A lot of people are talking about it. Huobi doesn't have it at the moment, but we're trying to get that in. Again, this is reliant on our risk management systems because portfolio management also brings in a lot of risk for us. So we're trying to evaluate what we can do, and we're going to try to incorporate this into our offering as well, so that clients can trade on Huobi with minimal of investments, or they can actually spread their funds around different projects or different products, or however it may be. So they're not limited to a few of the products that they can go because they have to go with high leverage or high margin. So yeah, portfolio margin is something else that we want to do. So yeah, that's about it from me. Thank you everyone for being here. For anyone who's already a client of Huobi, I thank you for your partnership. We can do, we'll keep doing everything that we can to make our services better. And for anyone who's looking to join Huobi in the near future, please, come onto our website, check out our products. We've got great offers for you, and we've got anything and every product that, might suit your requirements. So once again, thank you for having me, and have a great weekend after this. Thank you, guys.